Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Polybridge, and once again I've been excited to play this game, but today I decided to pop into the game, have a look at the next level, which is called Flip Flop, and make sense of it before we started this. That hydraulics was making a lot of noise then. Let's have a look at this. Level info. So, boat and bike, hydraulics, boat and bike, hydraulics, boat and car. So lots of boats coming through here. A goes from there to there, then C goes back across flat, so we're going to have a bridge go up, then go down, and then it just needs to go up again, because then this one comes down. But there might be a little bit of a catch, because you can see that that car is up on a ramp, so that might make things awkward. Anyway, I said it was going to start up, go down, and then go up again. So looking at the way these boats are, we kind of need to create a platform above where they go to, so something like that, and that looks way too steep, doesn't it? Maybe we can make it just a tiny bit lower, and anyway we're going to be going up steadily or or awkwardly like that. Wow, that doesn't look good, does it? Can we move you? Can we make this look a little bit better, perhaps? Something like that then? That looks just about right to me, but we've also got to consider then that the support that we're going to have here can't collide with the boat either, so that is probably going to clip it. So if we do something like this, and yes, I'm using all steel, which takes up a lot of my budget, that should surely be very sturdy and mean that that can be our pivot point. So the rest of this can be supported from up above, something like this. Now if this is actually going to lead anywhere, I don't know. Where are we going to control the hydraulics for this bit to go up and down from? Probably from that bit there. Can that go all the way to the top? It can, or cannot actually. So let's bring that down, touch on either side, and just put that there. So that's going to contract 50%. That feels like too much. We'll make it about 38. There we go. So I don't know if this is going to work. Let's find out. Okay, so that boat goes underneath just fine. The bike there doing a wheelie up the ramp. Oh man, this might be a one-take deal. Come on now. If I had adjusted that a little bit different, that might have been a one-take deal. Let's put it about 46 then. Oh man, this is cool. Like literally, first attempt. With the exception of that, this might actually work. Oh, no, that's... Oh, and it hits it. Okay, yeah. No, oh, I thought I was doing something great then. Of course. Okay, so when this comes down, it's too much for it. So our pivot point actually needs to be there, and that's going to be a lot more difficult to support. Yeah, very difficult to support. Okay, so I just did a little test, and again, this thing almost worked first time, but I think it needs just a touch more support. So what I've decided to do is make this the pivot point, which means this is going to come down further on this side. But we need support above, because it's sort of arcing over from where we've got that iron to this bit right here. So all of that is now helping this be held up, and I think I can see that bit there is under a fair bit of stress. Up goes the moped just about, and then it all breaks. Fascinating. And it's when it left, when it like went up and then fell back down again, that it was just a bit too much. So I reckon it's that bit there that needs deleting and replacing with steel, and that should hopefully make it a lot sturdier. So that bit happens. Then this bit happens. Come on now, up you go. No, it's still broke. The way it lands in the middle, it doesn't like it at all. Maybe we should try and adjust something here ever so slightly. Now, can we move any of this? Can we turn the grid off and move it a tiny bit? Yeah, look at that. Maybe tweaking something ever so slightly around these areas would help. Okay, let's do that for now. Speed it up. Slow it down. And this guy's going to do his little bumpy way onto the ramp there. And no good at all. And he did a little flip as well, did you see that? Ah, look at the way the car lands there. Although the car is going to go across very, very fast. So what's changed here? Apart from this beam now going to that anchor point, it's pretty much the same. Just tweaked everything ever so slightly with the grid off, and that's been enough to make this work. We've got this on very fast. Let's just do it at 200% because you've seen this happen over and over again. So that one makes its way across. And now watch the car here. We'll do this one on 100%. So it goes off quite fast, hits the ground, but it's still got a lot of speed. It's going on its back wheels, but it makes it all the way across. And 156. Not bad, not bad. So let's go to the menu here and see what our next new level is. It's ups and downs. Let's see if this... Oh my goodness, look at this one right here. That's insane. That is insane. Okay. Okay, right. So A, then C, then E, then G. With hydraulic phases in between, we've got checkpoints to reach, which is always on the way. This type is on the way. So A's got to go across. Let's actually just put in the road. Like, the visuals help, don't they? Then A has to go up. That looks nice and smooth. And then it's got to go back down again. So we've got 3 roads like that. And I can see we're going to have 3 sets of hydraulics. So, C will then want to go up, straight across, and down. So that means this has to go up and that has to go up. Interesting, interesting. Because I reckon one of these, yeah, look at E. E is going to want you to go, this bit goes up and then goes down. So basically, we've got to build a bridge on either side that goes up and down, right? And the one in the middle has to go up and down on either side. Then with the hydraulics controllers, we've got to configure it to do all of that in the correct order. Which I'm sure is going to be really, really easy. No, this is going to be crazy, this one. Right, let's get to building a proper bridge here. Okay, we're going to try something interesting with this second part of the bridge. And I want to show you the first part over here. I think we're going to use steel a lot because I was looking at ways to sort of bridge this gap with a lot of wood and then create like a central point which we would pivot on. I think actually we want to look at this whole structure being strong and then being able to move the whole thing. And that's exactly what we've achieved with this. Now I'm using the grid on and off a lot here, so that thing has sort of been dragged down and it matches the slope of this when it gets pushed up. So moving on to the second one, what we're going to do is have 2 pivot points and control this with 2 separate hydraulics, which I will actually put from there to there. It might be that that's not enough and I have to go a little bit higher. Anyway, we're going to leave it like that because for the first one, it's going to be A down here that needs to go up top. So what I want to do is take this little bit right here and then rotate it. So I was thinking we could copy. Now, I can't press... Oh, wait, no, I know what I've got to do. I've got to delete this first. Copy it from this side over here, which means the hydraulics will be included, which we don't want. Okay, so we're going to copy that. Now we're going to use this rotate tool, and we can rotate it, you know, let's go with 15 to begin with, not enough. 20, still maybe a little bit more, 22, 23. Interesting. You'd think it would be like a solid number, like 25 or something. Maybe 25 is what it should be. Okay, and then it starts off in that position. That's kind of bizarre to me. I'm not sure that that's actually correct though, because look, that's definitely lower. Okay, so we're going to try that again, but this is fascinating. These new tools that they've given you can make things a lot more precise, which is really good. So we're going to rotate. Wow, 60, that's too much. Now when you hold down on it, it moves a little bit too fast, I think. So what were we up to? 25, 30 will be... Oh, look at that. Directly in line with it. Well, that's kind of making sense because 30 divides into... the rotational, what was it, 360, the rotational numbers. Okay, so 30 it is, that makes a lot of sense. And then we're going to have a bit of road, which would normally dangle off there. So I think the way that we'll do this is we'll have the road like that, and then we'll have a rope dangling down to that. This will be a split joint though, so they'll be able to easily separate. And it's actually got it exactly the way that we want. Now, can we then copy? We can. Can we then rotate? No, flip and put this... Ugh, I knew I'd click the wrong button there. I knew I'd do that. Let's copy, flip, paste over here. Aha, now we've got that thing ready. That's also going to be a split joint. And what wants to be connected? That one does, but the other ones are going to divide. And then down here, yeah, that's correct. That all looks kind of good, doesn't it? It looks like it would work. Now... These are going to kick in immediately like after the first one comes through, which means the second car being C goes to the top. Then it goes straight across. So this one will activate and that one over there actually wouldn't, but for the sake of experimentation, we will watch it happen anyway. So I reckon this needs to be about probably 45%, and this one's going to expand by, let's just do 50, because that is now quite short. Okay, so in theory what we've got, oh yeah, there's the bridge over there, by the way, our temporary bridge. Still under budget. Let's see how this goes, because that just, oh wow, okay, no problems at all. Let's slow it down. Watch the hydraulics. Right, so that wobbles, and I know exactly why it does that. And, well, level failed. First of all, this is not enough right here. Definitely saw that was not enough, so it's going to go to that one. And probably because of symmetry reasons, I might end up doing the same on this side, but we'll see how it goes. Now, this wobbles, and I think the way to avoid that is to have steel. High. Going from there to there, but then we're really racking up the budget. But we'll see. Maybe we can make all of this smaller, because now we've got the extra steel in there. Actually, yeah, we could definitely do that. Why not? How much can we get away with becomes the question. Right, but then by doing that, there's no way that hydraulics there is going to work, is it? So we'll get rid of that one. We'll get rid of this one as well. We're going to go from there to there and from there to there. So yeah, something like that. Let's just see it in action again. So this one goes all the way across, no problems at all. We are going to slow it down and see how it behaves now. Oh. Wasn't quite what I was expecting, but this thing in the middle didn't wobble, so that's a good sign. Right, let's go back and tweak this thing. Well, I thought this bit might be a bit tricky configuring all of the hydraulics, but really if you just think about the path that the one before you has taken, then it becomes a lot easier. So because G is below E, that means we do want that to activate, and this one will be coming down, so we want that one to activate as well, so it can go up. And where does it go? It actually goes down again, so E was going down, so this one doesn't want to activate because it's already in the correct position, and that means that that one doesn't want to activate either. So I believe that's the hydraulics set up correctly. We'll soon find out. Yes, we are over budget. I want to get this thing working and then tweak the materials that we've used. Maybe throw in a couple of bits of wood on this side. Anyway, I copied and flipped this and put it in over here, so this is almost sort of symmetrical, and I had to do a few little bits and bobs over here to make this work, but it's pretty much the same dealio. Some wood in the middle here to bring the budget down, but now it's time for the test run. So we're going to do this at double speed just because there's a lot of like stuff to watch here really, right? So that's our first phase. Excellent. Right. Two bridges change. This one needs to go... Oh, it's wrong to begin with because it needs to go down. So, second hydraulics phase. Oh, no. Wait, what? That should have activated. But it didn't. Okay, definitely confused. Maybe actually, no. Maybe it's that one I'm supposed to be looking at. Which would mean that one would need to go... Oh, I don't know. Let's do this at triple speed, because apparently I can't do this properly. But because I was looking at the path before, surely that means the rest of my hydraulic settings are correct, I hope. Oh, it's probably just going to be a case of... Well, that just happened. I am a fool. I was thinking green car, green star. So actually the hydraulics are correct all along. That's been tweaked, by the way. Oh, and look at this. We're doing it. Now, this is a fast car, and that's why that happened. I was trying to slow this down, but I ended up pausing it. Right, so we gotta reinforce this and bring the budget down. So I've added this little speed slower here in the middle, but whenever it gets to the third one, that bit just fails immediately, and I can't help but feel that the swinging of this thing, which you'll see right now, is causing some sort of tension somewhere, and then it causes the thing to collapse. What we're going to do is get rid of that, because I've had this amazing idea. By the way, these can actually be wood and it gets away with it, so we'll do that. What we should probably do is just have this right here hanging down from one of those points and slow it down before it gets... Yeah, before it gets over the first bump. So the problem we're dealing with is the speed of the police car. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so that's a problem. Plus, we'll probably want some rope. Let's actually have the rope go back there. I don't know how this is going to work. This is a lot of trial and error and tweaking until you get it correct. So I think the problem there is that it's still rather straight. So let's do something like that. Wow, didn't expect that to happen. Okay, let's just make that shorter and try it one more time. Otherwise, I'm just going to go and, you know, trial and error this. Okay, so first one, success. Did it slow it down enough? I don't know. It won't slow down the second one, but it will slow down the last one, so that's good news. Okay, now will this one make it? It collapses again. What is it that's changed? Maybe it is this in the middle. I don't understand that. Feels like, I don't know, I haven't really done anything that would cause it all of a sudden to fail at that point. Okay, here's the deal. I've sort of had enough of this level. As much as I've enjoyed the challenge, the constant tweaking, trial and error, waiting for all of the different passes to happen has driven me absolutely mad. So, something I want to point out to you is, let's watch it change. Do you see this right there? Did you see that little, like, light blink? That is when I believe the split joints actually connect. And I adjusted a couple of things which made that there so much stronger because that's now a split joint and it connects. Which is, yeah, making all of this possible. So that bit breaks, but it gets across. And I think I'll take that, because that took me a very long time to do that level. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. So the next level is called Make Way. And I think I understand this. A is going to go, and then when it hits its checkpoint, it's going to stop, because it's a stop checkpoint. So that's when hydraulics happen. C needs to go across. Hydraulics happen again, and then A can resume on its way. Now I've got two ideas about this. One is that A parks there and C goes over the top because of a ramp. But I think what would be more fun to attempt is if it were to get pulled up above, which I reckon is going to be real difficult. We've got 5 extra roads to use here, and we want them to go as close to this as possible because we would want this one to drive up onto it, right? And that's where I think we're going to run into some problems. So let's go like this, and let's say we make this thing just 4 long. Now I'm hoping it'll actually hit that, it might not. We've also got to go with the grid off a little bit here. Actually, this is going to be quite, do you know what would probably work better than that is to delete that, copy this, and put it as close as you can directly above. Okay, now the bigger problem here is probably going to be these on the end. So why don't we, oh there you go. And it might be that it won't rest in the middle there and that we're going to have to mess around with that. Anyway, this needs to be like a little harness for it or something like that. So we'll play with the grid off for the moment. We're going to go like this. That looks nice and sturdy, but we're going overboard. I'm going to look at the budget later on. We just want a proof of concept for now, right? So then we need hydraulics to pull it upwards. So we'll have, aha, that doesn't work. In fact, this is where we need the grid. So we know that they're sort of symmetrical. Okay, so now, can you reach? Nope, we go a little bit higher. In fact, let's put all of this on the grids. You can go there. I think that's symmetrical. And this, I don't think will accommodate the weight of that, but it will be interesting to find out. So it's going to contract by 50% and lift up. So if that works, terrific. Now all we need is supports for all of this down below. Now, even if we go over budget, there is a limit on how much steel we can use, which is kind of disappointing because I just wanted to throw together something real quick. So let's look at this. Let's say we don't need that, and we don't need that. Then we could probably get away with building all this bit down here out of steel. This is the scariest bridge I think I've ever seen in this game. Check it out. So this thing actually goes across, which is really cool. Then it stops on there. Now that bit broke, and I never quite understand why. Oh, now I can see it's actually connected to that bit. Well, we might have a winner. Hello, hello. Yeah, there's not supposed to be any... Oh, come on now. There's not... Oh, don't select both. What are you doing? Well, I guess... Delete. Replace. Repeat. And now it doesn't wobble either. Oh, this is fantastic. Come on, let's see how this does. Oh, it swings a lot more. Oh my god, that thing might fall off. Well, it's all about timing here. Go on, go through. Look at that. Oh, will this one be able to get back down again? I don't know. Oh, that looks crazy. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, it actually worked. Oh, that was the best. Oh, I love it. That was practically first attempt. Check that out. 49 on the leaderboard. I like it. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it from me. This episode of Polybridge. Having a great time with this game. I hope you're enjoying it. If you have been enjoying it, leave a like on the video. As always, thank you so much for your support. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.